right, guys, this weekend it all goes down in Fortaleza, Brazil. We got Marlon Moraes and Rafael Assunção headlining UFC on ESPN Plus 2. All right, let's break this down, man. These guys have been around the block. They've fought everybody. Hell, Rafa's 1-1 with the world champion himself, TJ Dillashaw. Marlon Moraes was a world champion over at WSOF, and he's come over to the UFC and done very well for himself. Although a lot of people are forgetting that he took a loss to Rafa Assunção, and it was when he debuted with the UFC. It wasn't his night that night, but I'm gonna lead things off since I'm already on a roll. I think Assunção gets the job done, guys, and I don't think it's gonna be the popular pick, and not just amongst you guys, because obviously we chat. I know which direction you're leaning. I don't know what you're gonna do, but I've heard a lot of other people that just think it's Moraes' time to shine. Now, look, make no mistake, that guy's delivered. All right, he beat Jimmy Rivera, he beat Aljamain Sterling. He looked great. He's popping. If he wins, more than likely he gets a title shot. But Assunção to me is that lunch pail guy, a tough guy to beat over 5 rounds. That's the key. If it was 3, I may go the other way, but 5 rounds, man, I don't know. I'm liking Assunção here, guys. Assunção is just so focused on always being the best martial artist he can be, a good guy, not get caught up in trash talk and doing what he has to do. He does it. He'll say it, but he doesn't like doing it. He just likes going out there and being a professional fighter. Unfortunately, that's the sport we're in, but I think he's going to be able to put all that to the side and go out there and win a narrow decision over Marlon Moraes. Give me Rafael Assunção. If there's a finish, he may even catch him in a submission. But I love his head movement. I love his jiu-jitsu game. I love his mind game. And they've been, the UFC's been trying to crack this guy and break him, but they haven't been able to. And so inevitably he will have to get another title shot. But the finish would be easier for him. Dan, what do you think?
I don't blame you at all for going there. That's what I think. In fact, I think that Rafael Assunção is a more livelier dog than the odds represent. And let's be honest, the odds are pretty tight and respectable as is. I can see why Marlon Moraes is favored and why Assunção may be a dog on the betting lines. But this, to me, is a pick'em. And I'll tell you why. First of all, Rafael Assunção, he's 11-1 at bantamweight, guys. Only losing to TJ Dillashaw. That alone is insane. This guy has put in his dues. And the hardcores, I think, are championing this guy to get his dues should he get past Marlon Moraes. And to your pick and possibly credit there, I think it would be a narrow decision. In fact, I see this going to the scorecards unless one of the guys are able to make a mistake and ice the guy in like the first round or something. I really see this being a competitive decision. And even though I'm picking Marlon Moraes, I will say I think Rafael Assunção is a bad matchup for him. It gets a little tricky. The limited sample size. They're both have one rematch apiece in their career. Obviously, Assunção, he loses the rematch to Dillashaw after close and controversially beating him the first time, whereas Marlon Moraes, his only rematch was a guy he already beat in the WSOF, was his first title defense against Josh Hill. He actually beat Josh Hill faster the second time around. The difference is, though, Josh Hill kind of had a style similar to Assunção. He was stocky, he would counter, switch stances, and he made Marlon pay for every kick he throws. And I think that's why Assunção is a tough matchup. Not only is he a counter fighter and a good counter fighter, but similar to how way Marlon Moraes does. He likes to counter with kicks, likes to counter off kicks. And Marlon Moraes being such a good kicker, facing a guy who's going to make you pay for every kick, it kind of disrupts your game. That being said, I'm still going for Moraes because as we can see with adjustments, right? Dillashaw, Cejudo. We kind of knew what we were getting with Dillashaw. We didn't really know what we were getting with Cejudo. He still has time to progress. Assunção, as good as he is, he's fighting at the top of his game. He is a 35, going to be 36-year-old, or should I say 36, going to be 37-year-old bantamweight. Yeah. Whereas Marlon Moraes, 30 years old. I think there's still ceilings, and I think between him and Mark Henry, they're going to make the adjustments, which rematches often come down to. I'll take Marlon Moraes by decision.
All right, goes break the tie.
Very, very close fight. Assunção has this way of dragging people into fighting his type of fight. Yep. I think he did that in the first fight. But at the end of the fight, when you look at them both, I felt like Marlon left a little bit in the tank. And I think that's the adjustment that he may make in this fight, is maybe the pace and a little bit of the footwork getting Rafael to fight a little bit of his fight. As far as my pick goes, what's that behind your ear? Oh, look. It's magic. I'm taking
Marlon Moraes. Wow. All right. Yeah. So they got Moraes. I got Assunção. And I'll tell you what, I love the bet, except I'm staying away from this one, even though my guy is the dog. Listen, Moraes is minus 175. Some places even as high as 200. And Assunção comes back at about plus 150. But I think I'm just going to enjoy this one. and let the card unfold. We got Moicano and Aldo before that. It's going to be a good one, and this is going to be a great main event. And remember, the stakes are high. The winner could get a title shot against TJ Dillashaw. So do your own parlay piece here this time, folks. And keep it locked on MMAJunkie.com for UFC on ESPN Plus 2 featuring Marlon Moraes and Rafael Assunção.